See, now it's too low.
Is that
when you record it, it crops? There we go.
perfecto?
But do you want it more zoomed in?
A little bit.
Mm.
Oh, my head is kind of out of it though, the top of my head. Look.
So higher up again. Okay, I'm here with Mr. Joe Broome. Some of you may have seen him dotted about on my social media, and today we're going to do Q&A from the questions that you gave us on my TikTok, my Instagram and his Instagram. So we're going to pick the best ones to do with F1, social media, life. We're going to answer them together and we're going to see what this video makes. I think it's going to be quite interesting. So strap in, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the video.
Wow, what an intro. That was amazing. Okay, so here's the first one. What is your dream job?
Dream job. Now there's a question. My dream job, well I know what my dream job is, to be a Formula 1 presenter. You know, standing in the paddock with a microphone in my hand, kind of dictating the presentation of an F1 weekend on whatever channel it would be, whether it be Sky Sports, F1 Media, for whoever, or even myself. I might have my own channel in those days, in the days to come. But yeah, being an F1 presenter is my dream job.
I can see that. I don't know. My dream job, I guess, is being free enough to do whatever I want to do.
Yeah, not necessarily dream job, but dream like living, dream.
Yeah. I guess
situation.
being able to wake up and then think like, oh well, I haven't got to do that. If I don't want to do it, I don't have to do it, type thing. I basically live off my own terms. I guess like coaching people would be like the ideal thing in the future. Like I can just wake up and then help someone to improve their life within the first hour of me waking up. Just do that and then keep doing that throughout the day, and then
yeah,
basically just helping people.
I can see Braz doing a bit of coaching in the future. whether that be gym, whether that be digital marketing, whether that be well, you tell me.
Gym,
all stuff along those
marketing,
lines.
life coaching, anything.
Yeah.
Or maybe blend all three, who knows.
That then facilitates living life on your own terms. I think that's everyone's aim in life, but it does take a lot of hard work and time, which is what a lot of people
Sacrifice discipline,
which what a lot of people don't really appreciate and understand. Right, should we move on to the next question?
They think we just set up this camera and go, don't we?
Actually, we spent 45 minutes getting everything into position, and you'll see our TikTok that I made that it wasn't very straightforward. It's very makeshift. But anyway, let's do the next question. Here's a good one we can do. What got you motivated into watching and posting F1? From Wills_F1. Now, what got me motivated into watching and posting F1? So I started watching F1 back in 2007. That was the first year I started watching it properly, which is Lewis Hamilton's debut season, which I then became a fan of his, and obviously the rest is history. But my love for F1 stemmed from when I was a kid, getting up early in the morning. My dad getting up early in the morning would always coincide with the early morning Grand Prix, which then, as a 5 to 6 year old kid, I would then watch those Grand Prix and fall in love with the sport. And when you're that young, your brain's still developing, and my brain kind of latched onto this motorsport, to this sport, and then I've loved it pretty much as long as I can remember. Now, in terms of posting it, during the first lockdown back in 2020, kind of April, May time, I didn't have to do any A levels or studying. I kind of immersed myself a bit more in social media, in books, in different people on Instagram. Gary V. I divulged myself into him for about 6 months straight, and among other people, and it suddenly occurred to me that, hang on, you could actually do anything with your life. You're not limited to anything. But seriously, you're not.
Yeah,
right?
no, it's true.
You can literally do anything you want. And then it occurred to me, hang on.
Yeah.
I could get a job in F1 and do whatever I want in F1 with the right strategy and working hard for tens of years. But it occurred to me that I could do that. So then I kind of thought on this idea of going on social media and doing that. And then obviously it took me about 8 months later to build up the courage to then go and do it in February of 2021. I did it, and there was something inside me push me forward to go and do that. So I did, and I haven't looked back since.
There's an audience for anything. Sorry to interrupt you. That's what just struck me as you said.
Yeah.
There's an audience for anything.
There's an audience for digging up worms in your garden.
Even if even if you like candles, you could probably make TikToks about that, or make a
That's
YouTube
right.
account.
That's right. You literally can. And what motivates me to keep going is it is back to our first question about how building a life yourself that is on your own terms, that is of your dream, and that's what motivates me to keep going, because I'll be doing something that I'm passionate about and that I love in the future. So that's what motivates me. What about you? So what got you motivated to start posting on social media first? I'll flip this question onto you. And how did you what's your experience with F1 being? So I'll flip that question in.
I remember, I used to do a bit of go-karting. I actually held the lap record for Camberley Team Sport go-karting indoor, under 16.
Well, you all know that, because that's obviously.
It was probably on BBC News, but just forget about it anyway. So used to be a bit of a go-kart. I remember I always liked F1. I always used to watch it on the weekend at the Grand Prix, I remember. But always liked Lewis Hamilton as well. In terms of posting on social media,
because you're quite recent, so when we're filming this, it is January 2022. Last few months, you kind of dipped your toes in, haven't you?
Yeah. So like, I don't know. Back in the day, believe it or not, some of you probably know this, but back in the day, 2013, 2012, I used to make videos on YouTube, just like random shit, and because it was so kind of new at that point, they actually kind of ended up doing pretty well. And then I stopped. Basically, obviously it's a bit against the norm, making YouTube videos. Even now, like, it's becoming obviously more accepted, and it has been over the last kind of 5
But it's
years.
not though, because I tweeted the other day, having had a difficult experience filming, because it just is so not normalised. I tweeted the other day, content consumption is normalised, content creation is not in society, and that's where the so-called judgment stems from, because people see you making a video, see you filming, see you speaking into a camera, like, what the fuck are you doing?
I agree. But like, I think, definitely in the last year, since kind of the pandemic, people have become, obviously everyone's been inside, and there's been a lot more everyone's kind of submerged themselves into social media. And when it was the start of lockdown, I got back into it, making gym videos, and obviously I did my video of Mike Thurston as well.
Definitely go and watch that. I'll put a link in the description, because that is video and a half. You'll see young Joe.
Yeah, 16-year-old me.
With a lot less weight.
Now it's all
with the big man Mike Thurston. That's a good video. But your gym videos actually did quite well.
Gym videos did quite well, because I kind of played it off the whole video of Mike Thurston, because obviously that did like,
that was a good platform.
That did numbers. I'm still like, I still want to like kind of merge gym into the mix of the YouTube videos, but yeah, did the gym videos for a bit, and then lost consistency with it again, and then now I'm kind of I'm back, I'm raring to go, and I'm staying consistent with it this time, even if it like I posted in my last video, even if it means kind of creating lower effort videos, so I can keep consistent with it and just build up an audience in 2022, which I'm going to do. So mark my words.
Done is better than perfect.
Exactly.
So I like to live by sometimes, because perfection doesn't exist.
Exactly.
And you waste a lot of time chasing a marginal gain. So there we go. Right, hit me with another question. Go on. Let's do this.
Oh, here's a good one. Here's one from Aiden.
Okay, perfect. I've no idea what this is.
Would you rather shag one woman or two men? It's a hard one.
That's a very difficult one.
Considering both are straight males.
Maybe we can speak for both of us when we say it. But this is a coming out video. We're both homosexual. Two men. What about you?
Two men. That was a quick one. Here's a proper one. Who's your biggest inspiration?
I've never actually thought.
I reckon this is the best question. This is from
good
this
question.
is from Cameron Taylor. Should I take a guess what yours is?
Yeah.
You probably know what I'm going to say. Gary Vee.
No, he's not my inspiration. I only look up to him. I take his advice. I listen to him, but he's not like who I aspire to be. I think my inspiration is watching people. I can't think of someone off the top of my head,
specific.
but watching people doing what I'm doing in their different fields and then making it my inspiration. So for instance, just the first one that comes into my head, some of you might know who the Naughty Chef is. He does vegan food on TikTok, and over the last kind of year or so, I've seen him like obviously make his content, but over the last 6 months or so, he started getting duetted by Gordon Ramsay, and then his following has exploded because of that. And that's not because he made one video that was good. He did, but it's because he spent years before that making videos every day and staying consistent, which is why his Instagram and his TikTok are now, well, a lot bigger than they were when he started. So seeing people like that achieve what they're aiming for is one of my inspirations.
Yeah, I can agree with that. It's definitely a motivating thing, seeing like someone's kind of start from not scratch, but you know, start from the bottom and kind of build their way up, and then you see them gain kind of the recognition they deserve, and you think like, oh yeah, I was there when they started.
Yeah,
that's what people will say about me and Ollie one day.
I do actually see Mike Thurston as a little bit of an inspiration.
Yeah, I think I would have said him. I would have said, like, I would say there's lots of different people I look up to in kind of different spaces and in different ways. I think Jordan Peterson, I look up to him in a sense of, you know, if you're ever stuck in your life and you don't know what to do, or you don't know where you're going, just listen to him. It's probably best to just listen to him anyway, because the way he formulates his ideas and gets it across is like unmatched. I think there's different. I don't think not one person, like, it doesn't go like, oh yeah, this person is the person I find the most inspiring. There's different people in kind of different niches. So there's like, you know, there's like Jordan Peterson in the terms of developing yourself and moving forward. Mike Thurston in terms of like kind of building the life that you want to live and living in the best way you possibly can. Myself, of course, Patas for the confidence to take on posting every day on TikTok, like we just spoke about within like, I mean, it's not kind of narrow niche, is it? F1, it's like it's a growing niche.
Getting bigger.
Getting a lot
scarily bigger.
Yeah. Russell Brand.
I like him. And also, as this video goes on, there'll probably be one person popped into my head where I'm like, that's my inspiration. So if I do that at some point during the video, that's what we're talking about.
I was literally just thinking that.
But it's going to come to me in about 3 questions time.
It's going to come later.
Oh, we've got more comments rolling in. The demand,
wow.
The demand is just so high.
It's hard being popular, isn't it?
I know. We can both answer this. Well, I hope you can. What is your favourite F1 moment and favourite F1 race? Okay, well, for me, my favourite F1 moment, by a mile, is Brazil 2008 when Hamilton won his first title on the last lap of the last race of the season in the rain. I thought we're never going to see that ever again in F1. It was like when Man City won the title with the last kick of the game back in 2012. It was that same energy. You'll never see that in that sport ever again. It's so rare. In those scenarios for it to happen in that way, I was just too young to appreciate it enough though in 2008. So if that had happened now, my reaction would have been, well, a lot bigger than it was back then. So I can't
There'd be TikToks all over the place.
Exactly. You know. TikToks coming out my ears. So, but yeah, that moment stuck with me. That's a huge moment in F1. It's my favourite moment in F1.
Ahead of him, Kubica has unlapped himself.
He's a lap down, he's unlapping himself. He would argue he's entitled to do that. Hamilton lets him through. So he's got grip, but Hamilton's lost it. Oh my goodness me! Vettel's taken the place, and that could cost Hamilton the World Championship.
Oh, it's
now raining hard, and that means Glock is going to be in trouble. He's in 4th place, and with just 2 laps to go, the question now is, can Timo Glock in the Toyota keep it on the island? And the championship is slipping away from Lewis Hamilton. We're expecting Massa any time now. He comes through to claim his 6th victory of the season. He has done everything he needed to do, and we wait now to find out who will be the world champion of 2008. Can Hamilton do anything? Can he run it up the inside of Vettel? Only a few corners to go now, and desperation starts to creep in for Lewis Hamilton.
Raikkonen's third, and is that Glock? Is that Glock going slowly?
It is,
That's
it's Glock! Oh my goodness me! Hamilton's back in position again! 100,000 local hearts sink in the grandstands. It's handed the place back to Hamilton. He comes through, and if I'm absolutely right, I'm sure that he is going to claim 5th place, which is all he needs to do to become
Yes!
the 2008 Formula One World Champion, Lewis Hamilton, and you will... Well, the Ferrari boys are celebrating, but
They both think they won, but
they've won it,
Ferrari
but
are wrong.
Ferrari are wrong. They're absolutely
No, you're wrong,
Hamilton's
guys.
finished
Glock.
5th. You will never see a more dramatic conclusion to any motor race, let alone a Grand Prix, than that. And the result of it all is that Lewis Hamilton is the world.
My favourite race ever in F1. Well, either that one or Brazil 2012 was good. Germany 2019 was also good, even though it was a bad day for Mr. Hamilton. Brazil 2021, I really enjoyed that race. That was an incredible race. Jeddah 2021 as well. You know, it's difficult to pick one. There are loads basically. But yeah, what about you? If you can answer that question.
I have distant memories of Hamilton winning on the last lap, but I wouldn't know the specifics, so I didn't know. I don't even know if it's the same race as what you just said. You know, the Brazil 2008 one. But I have this memory of Hamilton kind of like on the last lap, it all being very, very, very tense, and Hamilton winning, and it being a big thing. So I guess that's one of the earlier memories that I enjoyed of F1. And then, I mean, even though it was a massive controversy, and you know, who knows who's right, who's wrong, and what they should have done. I think the end of the season this year with fucking Verstappen winning, that was
it's an incredible sporting moment.
That was, yeah. I mean, despite what you may think about, you know, whether he deserved it.
We're not going to get into whether it's right or
not
wrong
against the
here.
politics.
But that was an incredible race.
But for
moment.
yeah, I mean, I could appreciate that as that's one of the best moments of anything, when it's so tense. It's so tense, you know, nobody knows what's going to happen, and it's like anyone could take it. It felt like anything could happen, and anything, you know, something crazy did happen.
That's what they say in F1. Anything can happen, and it usually does.
Exactly.
Okay, this one's from Sam Garland. How do you two deal with being such massive studs? So I'll let you handle this one first.
It's hard to answer. I can't really transfer the knowledge through speaking. You got to see us do it and emulate, really, I guess. Yeah.
Sam, I'm sure you'd know. No. Take the piss.
Yeah, I'd say you're a bit of a stud yourself, mate. So, this is the last one, I believe. So, what's your plans? I think they meant to put 2022, but it's 3022. So, what's your plans for 2022?
Well, for 2022, probably be 6 foot under somewhere.
Oh, 3022, yeah. I thought you meant for 20.
Or who knows? I might still be alive.
Yeah, you never know. Technological advances. Don't write yourself off too
No,
early.
I'm not. But yeah, my plans for 2022 is it's going to be probably the hardest thing I ever do financially, but to attend 3 Grand Prix, because that's what I need to do in order to explode. Because I need to be there, I need to be in the presence of F1 fans, I need to be interviewing people, I need to be doing something that other people are not, and that's what other people are not at the moment in this space. So that's what I intend to do. Whether I do or not is a different story. The only reason I won't is because of money, not because of motivation or not wanting to. And yeah, also going to stay as consistent as possible, go to as many events as possible, interview more people.
Who knows? You might get it.
But yeah, aside from doing that, I intend to make as much content as possible, stay consistent, and also strike a balance between doing that and having fun in other areas of my life.
What do you mean by that?
You can take what you want from that. And also, yeah, just doing things in life that generally just scare me, make me uncomfortable, because doing things like that is how you grow the most. Doing things that scare you, because that's like I said, it's how you grow the most. And it's a good feeling afterwards when you do something that scares you, because you've accomplished something.
Yep.
And Joe, you alluded to it in your previous video, the bungee jump.
Yeah.
One of the scariest things I've ever done in my life. However,
The scariest thing I've ever done in my life.
it is a metaphor for other areas of your life. You just got to take a leap, take a jump, go for it.
Yep.
Because everything you want is on the other side of fear, as you like to say.
Yeah, no, it is. It is.
But what is your plans for 2022?
Fear holds you back. It's held me back. It holds everyone back at one point in their life, in your life, in everyone's life. So, fuck it. 2022. Same on the content front. Just make as much content as possible. Yeah, just go for it. Put myself out there a little bit more. Stop trying to make content that just fits into algorithms and try and.
As cringe as it sounds, literally as cringe as it sounds, hurts to say. You have to make content that is true to yourself.
Yeah.
You have to make content that's true to yourself that you want to make, because otherwise you're making content
that other people want you to make.
And you're not going to have built a foundation that you want.
It's not going to be an authentic foundation, is it? It's not
That's
gonna be,
right.
Not going to be real to what you actually want to do.
That's right.
So if you want to put yourself out there, you want to do something, then make sure you're doing it. You're making it about something that you really, really are interested in. Like I'm interested in, like I don't know, getting better, the pursuit of building a better life and helping people build a better life. So that's what I'm passionate about, and you know, a little bit on the side, gym and business and stuff. He's passionate about F1, so I'd say we've got decent foundations for authenticity.
I mean, an example I like to use is on TikTok, as we speak right now, I could make a video that is algorithm friendly, that is not true to myself, and that'll get anywhere between 5k and 100k views. However, if I make a video that I want to make with me talking, giving analysis, giving insight, I'll get probably unlikely to get more than 1,500. And I'd much rather take the second option, because long term, that's going to be better for me. It will, and I'll eventually get the viewing numbers that I want, but it'll just take time.
Yeah, I think that's one of the more difficult things that you find when you start kind of making content consistently, is the desire for more followers and more likes means that you'll kind of stray away from what you actually want to make content about. So
that's right.
I think you got to make sure you're doing it truthfully.
The content that you had in your mind that you set out to make. Yeah. That's the content you've got to then work into an algorithm the best you can.
Yeah, but don't stress the algorithm.
That's right.
You know, just
and don't use
make whatever you want to make.
And followers are not an indication of how well you're doing.
Yeah, and just let it flow, basically. Yeah, make more content. Definitely want to travel a little bit. I think I'll be doing a fair bit of that. I'll make a few videos around that, and
definitely.
Yeah, I guess I'd say it's kind of the year for building stuff. I'm gonna build my business up and build an audience. You guys. So yeah, who knows? Taking everything else as it comes. Just go with the flow. Stay happy, and like you said, do stuff that's scary and uncomfortable, because everything that you actually want is the only thing stopping you is fear. So don't let it.
And on that note, I think that's a nice note to end.
It's a great note to end.
We've answered
brilliant.
As many questions as we can in the time that we have.
Yeah,
I think we've answered the best questions that we received.
As of this point, we only posted the stories like a few hours before we actually sat down to record. So
that's right.
But yeah,
I've enjoyed making this.
Yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
There'll probably be more content to come in the future.
There will be.
Both of us individually as well as together.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like and subscribe as usual. You know how much it helps. Hate saying it, hate asking it, but unfortunately it has to be done. So with this video over and out, and I'll see you in the next video.
And if you want to go to a Grand Prix, then just put it in the comments.
Details to come.
Thanks for watching.